The Hunt for the Bismarck, 1941. In the early years of World War II, the German battleship Bismarck was one of the most feared vessels on the high seas. Its very name struck terror into the hearts of Allied sailors. The Bismarck was a behemoth, armed with formidable firepower and protected by thick armor. It was designed to dominate the Atlantic and disrupt Allied shipping routes. The British Royal Navy launched a relentless hunt to track and sink the Bismarck after it sank the HMS Hood. This is the thrilling story of the dramatic chase across the Atlantic, the naval battles, and the final sinking of the Bismarck. On May 24, 1941, the Bismarck, accompanied by the heavy cruiser Prinz Eugen, encountered the British battlecruiser HMS Hood and the battleship HMS Prince of Wales in the Denmark Strait. In a brief but brutal engagement, the Bismarck's powerful guns found their mark. The HMS Hood, pride of the Royal Navy, was hit by a shell that penetrated its armor and detonated a magazine, causing a catastrophic explosion. Within minutes, the Hood sank, taking over 1,400 men with it. The loss of the Hood was a devastating blow to British morale. The destruction of the Hood galvanized the British Admiralty into action. The order was clear: sink the Bismarck. The Royal Navy launched a massive operation to hunt down the German battleship. Ships and aircraft were mobilized from across the Atlantic, determined to avenge the loss of the Hood and eliminate the threat posed by the Bismarck. The hunt for the Bismarck began in earnest. British reconnaissance planes scoured the vast expanse of the Atlantic, searching for any sign of the battleship. The Royal Navy's Home Fleet, commanded by Admiral Sir John Tovey, set sail to intercept the Bismarck. The fleet included battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and aircraft carriers, all converging on the suspected location of the German vessel. The Bismarck, under the command of Admiral Günther Lütjens, attempted to evade its pursuers. Lütjens knew that the Royal Navy would stop at nothing to sink his ship. He planned to reach the safety of occupied France, where the Bismarck could receive repairs and join other German naval forces. Despite the vast area of the Atlantic, British reconnaissance efforts paid off. On May 26th, a Catalina flying boat from the Coastal Command spotted the Bismarck. The sighting was immediately relayed to the pursuing fleet. The hunt intensified as British ships closed in on the Bismarck's position. The first major confrontation in the final phase of the hunt came from the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal. A squadron of Swordfish torpedo bombers was launched to attack the Bismarck. Despite facing intense anti-aircraft fire, the brave pilots pressed home their attack. One torpedo struck the Bismarck's rudder, crippling its steering and leaving the battleship unable to maneuver effectively. With the Bismarck's movements restricted, the Royal Navy moved in for the kill. Throughout the night of May 26th and into the early hours of May 27th, British ships shadowed the Bismarck, maintaining contact and preparing for the final assault. At dawn, the battleships HMS King George V and HMS Rodney closed in on the Bismarck. A fierce battle ensued. The Bismarck fought valiantly, its guns blazing in a desperate attempt to fend off the British assault. However, the combined firepower of the King George V and Rodney was overwhelming. Shells rained down on the Bismarck, causing massive damage and fires. The ship's superstructure was shattered, and its guns were silenced one by one. By mid-morning on May 27th, the Bismarck was a burning wreck. Realizing that the end was near, Admiral Lütjens and Captain Ernst Lindemann ordered the crew to abandon ship. To ensure that the Bismarck did not fall into enemy hands, the crew set charges to scuttle the vessel. Shortly after 10:30 a.m., the Bismarck sank beneath the waves, ending its brief but fearsome career. The sinking of the Bismarck was a significant victory for the Royal Navy. It avenged the loss of the Hood and removed a major threat to Allied shipping in the Atlantic. The operation demonstrated the relentless determination and coordination of the British naval forces.
The sight of the Bismarck going down was a mixture of triumph and sorrow. We had avenged the Hood, but seeing such a mighty ship sink was a reminder of the ferocity and tragedy of war. Admiral Sir John Tovey.
The attack on the Bismarck was one of the most harrowing and intense moments of my career. The anti-aircraft fire was relentless, but we knew we had to cripple her. That one torpedo strike on the rudder was crucial. It was a dangerous mission, but we knew we had to succeed. Lieutenant John Moffat, swordfish pilot from HMS Ark Royal.
I will never forget the battle with the Bismarck. The noise, the explosions, and the sight of the great ship burning. It was a fight to the death, and in the end, we prevailed. It was a day of victory and loss, a testament to the bravery of all who fought. Petty Officer James Edwards, gunner on HMS Rodney. The hunt for the Bismarck remains one of the most dramatic naval engagements of World War II. It was a testament to the strategic importance of intelligence, the courage of the sailors and aviators involved, and the relentless pursuit of a formidable enemy. The story of the Bismarck continues to captivate and inspire, a reminder of the fierce battles fought on the high seas and the bravery of those who sailed into harm's way. If you enjoy this story and video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching.